To properly clean and care for cast iron, we clean and season it after each use. So once any leftovers have been transferred to a storage container or any extra cooking grease is removed, I scrape out any stuck-on food particles with this hard plastic nylon pan scraper available from the manufacturer, Lodge. Then immediately clean using as little water as possible, like this. Dampen a stiff bristled brush under warm running water. Mine is from the manufacturer, Lodge. Scrub, scrub to further smooth and clean the pan. You can dampen your brush more than once, if necessary. Water is not a friend of cast iron, so I do not submerge or run water directly into the pan. Note, we are not using soap. It may cut through our oil seasoning that we only want to build up over the years, but we are cleaning off all remaining food bits, and we will be protecting the entire surface of the pan with proper seasoning and storage. That, along with the heat involved in cast iron cooking, is more than enough to keep our pan suitable for cooking, soap or not. All right, now pour out any excess water. Then immediately towel dry your entire pan, inside and out. Then you place your pan upside down in your oven. Close the oven door. Then I set my oven to preheat to its lowest temperature setting, 170 degrees Fahrenheit. As soon as I hear that beep indicating the oven just reached 170 degrees Fahrenheit, I immediately set my timer, my oven timer, for 5 minutes. Oven drying allows extra water that you cannot see to evaporate, fully drying the pans, avoiding rust. Turn off the oven after those 5 minutes at 170 degrees Fahrenheit or up, but wait about 10 to 15 minutes before removing the pan from the oven, allowing it to dry a little further and again cool a bit along with the oven. It will still be hot though. Then carefully remove the pan from the oven with hand protection. Oven gloves on both hands. Place it upside down on a rack on your kitchen counter. Note, if you can successfully scrape and or dry wipe your dinner pan clean and smooth after use, leaving no food particles behind, eliminating the need for a water scrub, that's fine. Many people do that. Either way, as soon as the pan is just cool enough for you to handle, typically within 15 minutes if oven dried, using a smaller soft dish towel, immediately massage the pan all over with a moderate to generous layer of oil, depending on how thirsty it seems. We want to leave it feeling oily to the touch, inside and out, including the handle, while the pan is still warm and the pores are opened to accept the oil, sustaining its seasoned finish. No paper towels. They can leave behind difficult to remove paper remnants. With that, I'll add that I do not use any wire, steel, or metal on my cast iron to avoid creating new areas to fill and season. We are targeting evenly aged and seasoned cooking surfaces over time. So, no metal tools for scraping or cleaning. Now, I do use a quality, organic, and stable for high heat oil like canola. Lodge does sell a seasoning spray, which is canola based. Again, I leave my pan with an oily protection all over. but I may notice that the cast iron drank up some of that oil during storage, between uses. So I will lightly coat the inside of it with some more canola oil right before I cook with it again. Store your cast iron in a cool, dry place, upside down, away from any moisture, allowing the pans to breathe. Do not cover cast iron in any way with towels or in airtight containers, preventing any risk of trapped moisture. It doesn't take much to initiate rusting. Some people just keep their one main, more frequently used pan handy on top of the stove. I think that's a good idea too, as long as it's protected from moisture. And remember, as we stated earlier, all this is the same procedure to follow after purchasing a factory seasoned pan before its very first use. Scrub, cloth dry, oven dry, oil. I run my scraper and brush under hot water only, no soap, before setting them out to dry separately away from the pans. Very last, I rinse out my oily towels with some soapy hot water before laundering them. So that concludes my cleaning and caring for cast iron guidelines.